Though many town halls share certain features, each has its own history and character. From Salem's Old Town Hall, considered by some to be New England's most haunted, to New Bedford City Hall, which boasts the oldest continuously running public elevator in the country. Many former town halls have also found new life, such as this private home in Kingston that we explored in 2023.
Hey, come on in. We kept the doors that have the stenciling on them that say treasurer, town clerk, assessor, and we're sitting in the Board of Selectmen right now.
Back on Martha's Vineyard, Kiara Barber has arrived at Tisbury Town Hall, which is literally a building on top of a building, according to Finance Director John Snyder.
This part of the building was built in about 1840-something as a church space, and it was given to the town in the mid-1880s. The town raised the building up and put in all the offices below, and it was town hall and a fire station.
The space features 4 murals painted by local artist Stan Murphy in the early 1970s. Each represents images related to the people and history of the island, plus one little Easter egg if you can find it.
On this little mussel shell, there's a heart, and almost nobody notices that heart.
The best way to get the history of a town hall is to drop in. We did just that in Ashland and were treated to a tour from Executive Assistant Susan Roby.
The town hall has served many purposes. It had a stage on the second floor. They did plays, none in my lifetime. It also was a jail. We have one of the original jail cells downstairs.
There were also uses even Roby didn't know about.
When I first started working for the town, there was a gentleman that came in and said, "I used to sit where you sit in the 3rd grade." I didn't know it was a school, but he informed me of that.
Look familiar? Weymouth Town Hall is a replica of Boston's old State House. Meanwhile, in Norwood, this town hall isn't at all what it looks like.
Everyone thinks it's a church. We've had weddings in here and we've had wakes in here, but it's not a church.
Let's be clear. Looks like a church, sounds like a church, but not a church?
It's a town hall, and it's always been a town hall.
Town General Manager Tony Mizuko explains.
So Norwood Town Hall was purposely built as a town hall in 1928 as a memorial to World War I and Civil War veterans. It houses our historic memorial hall, as well as our town offices. The cannon out front is actually a German cannon. It was captured during World War I, and the American Legion at the time was sending cannons around the towns that wanted to display war spoils.
The most distinctive feature is this bell tower, which is not purely decorative.
If you go right up to the top of the tower, there's a 50-bell carillon that was donated by Walter Tilton in the 1920s that still gets played by a number of carillonneurs in town.
I'm Lee Leach, resident of Norwood and the Norwood Town Carillonneur.
Yes, that is a thing.
It is official, but it's not a paid position. I'm a musician and I've learned how to play the carillon on this instrument over the course of about the last 30 years.
There are about 10 carillons in the state, but Leach believes this is the only one in the country built specifically for a town hall.
The purpose, as I understand it historically, was that a building committee wanted to have an element in their town hall that distinguished it from other town halls that were being built at that time.
And it's been a ringing success.
All right, so having a carillon in a town hall in New England may be a bit unique, but in 17th century Europe, the instrument was quite common.
Right, they had them in many, many town halls. They were a sign of civic pride and civic prestige as well. And you might have noticed in there, but they're different from church bells. Church bells swing.
Right.
Carillon bells are stationary, and the clapper itself is the thing that swings and strikes against the bell. It's a beautiful, beautiful sound.
It is a full body operation.
Yes, it is.
All right, coming up in this town of 350, an exciting discovery.